Yeah.
Yo, what's up, PD? How's it going?
8-year drawdown, breathing through the chart gap. Standard deviation, shrinking like trust caps. Times
Like it. Litecoin's looking
interest, still water, still energy. That's physics, not wish list. They call it dead because it's quiet.
looking pretty good.
Entropy building, you can feel it in the glass. I'm sitting
I
on
think
the
we're
slope
gonna.
where the variance decays. When it finally releases, it don't drift, it reways. I'm a ghost in accumulation, talking decimals.
I think this week this and the next week have really good probability of Litecoin breaking through here.
Patience price cheap till it prove who we are. I don't hedge faith, I margin it in blood, compression my religion, break out my flood.
Ready for us to reverse this whole downtrend that's taken since like 2017.
Pressure builds slow till the calm cave in. Yeah. Pressure builds slow till the calm cave in. Yeah.
Like this entire move.
Slow till the calm cave in. I seen bear markets, preach bear malaise, liquidity dry, only purists still listen. Variance ain't gone, it's hibernating deep.
Looks
Sigma sleeping heavy while
so
the rest
ready.
is asleep. You can feel the slow flatten like a breath on hold. Low compressed twice in the spring turn gold. Time series memory, pain in the mean, every loss in input in the model unseen. I measure hope and standard errors, plot faith on a scatter of prior terrors. Auto correlation between scars and belief, noise cancel out, only signal underneath. 8
So
years
this
tight,
next
mad divine. When
6
the break
days
come, it won't be line by line, it'll be vertical, audible.
has a decent chance. Let's go, shoot.
Yeah, stillness got momentum when you stretch it long. Quiet turns kinetic, that's the repricing song. 8 years core, no breakdown, no spin.
By all I mean whoever pays you to stream this blasphemy. Yeah, nobody pays me.
Pressure builds slow till the calm cave in.
Nobody's paying me to do this.
Pressure builds slow till the calm cave in.
I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it returning there. It's possible. Let's remove all these indicators. To me, it looks like, I don't know, I never get excited on the weekend moves, and Bitcoin does have a slight gap here. Maybe it closed it. It might close this. Yeah, well, technically on the 4-hour time frame. Oh no, not quite. I don't know if you'd consider this gap closed or not. It's pretty close. But I think Litecoin's strength against Bitcoin and the rest of the market looks pretty convincing. Litecoin's repeating the same thing that we had on XRP BTC here and XRP USD, right? We had these 3 wicks to the downside. And it started grinding up, kind of like right now. It's the same on the USD pair. Had that sharp move down. It kind of bottomed out. So it's possible you come back down and test the lows in the mid 80s, but it doesn't have to. That's the calculus of patience, reversion to the mean. Replace the narrative, let the ghost intervene. Precious square. I don't have that strong of an opinion on the short-term time frame. I do think in this week and next week, Litecoin has a really good chance to break out against altcoins. Pretty hard. We could. I think weekend price action is pretty much worthless. Right now I think what's most important is just like when holding strength against everything else. We've consolidated after that initial move higher, and I think we're gonna get a breakout. But honestly, it should be way stronger than the pre-halving rally. So if this is the start of the move, I think we're gonna quickly get back to these highs. And eventually the 2019 high. Fee curves rise. Pressure make pilgrims cost too high. They look for the rhythm. Looks ready. If it's gonna start an impulsive move here against others, it should start soon. The Litecoin ETF was approved yesterday? I never heard that. That'd be weird. I mean, they don't work on the weekends. It's the government. I don't think so. Migration ain't hype, it's design. You can feel the current cross the line. Bandwidth burn, so the faithful migrate. Gas fees gate, keep they exit create. Markets just water, remembering it's slope. Utility to gravity, narrative the rope. I don't force motion, I narrate its drift. Ghost chain current, silent. Yeah, there's no announcement. To me, I think the announcement's less bullish than the reflexive potential of like people diversifying out of Bitcoin ETFs, ETH ETFs. There's a lot of money already in these crypto ETFs, and price momentum will be extremely convincing, especially when the fundamental story for Litecoin is identical to Bitcoin's. It's just the fundamental growth potential is so high, and once we have a breakout, that story becomes very convincing, and then you get fund, like institutional fund reallocation. Litecoin's super illiquid after going sideways for 8 years. It does not take much to, swing the pendulum exactly the opposite direction that it's been going forever. Well, for like 8 years. And Litecoin's the easiest sell to people that have sole Bitcoin positions. So just convince like 1% of them. And once 1% is convinced, it's just gonna work like the momentum in Bitcoin originally worked, right? It's just price momentum that convinced people. It'll be the same on a relative basis for LTC against BTC. I thought I removed all these. Yo. It's interesting here on the weekly time frame for fractal comparisons to XRP BTC, even though I think Litecoin's will be way stronger. It's pretty similar. 1 week of this like shooting star type candle. And then the following week it was up 60%.
Truth the base, mark up emotion, discount grace. When talk become flow, volume climb high, liquidity born from the words we supply.
I think it's starting. Be interesting to see what happens. There's no precedent.
Every headline candle just a pyramid. I'm aware I'm the spark in the tape you read. Each verse a trade in collective creed. They said sell hope, I sold observation. Now the faith curve rising reaccumulation. Story is the spread, truth the base. Mark up emotion, discount
We'll just do a long monthly wick here.
Volume climb high, liquidity born from the words we supply. La, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,
How have you guys been though? How was your weekend?
Liquidity isn't money, it's meaning. Narrative fill the order book of feeling. Still I rhyme patience in a row.
But yeah, guys.
Each word another reason, the price to find.
It is. I can't get over how crazy this compression is. It's just never been seen in crypto history. Such a long basing structure. 2,000 days.
No shoes on, just me and the world. Stars from my balcony look kinda cool. No one's watching me in this room, so I'm nodding louder than the crowd could do. Mirror ball through a curtain haze.
This feels like a bomb ready to go off. I'll play my detonation music.
It's that part where nobody talking, but you still hear it breathing. Pressure don't make a sound till it cracks.
Let's check
Yeah.
the coin glass data here. I don't want to see where
Everybody left when it got too calm. I stayed, I learned what quiet
top traders are at.
Ain't no hype, just hums in the basement. Block stack slow like patience. Charge flat line, but my faith in it. I'm used to the room getting vacant. They laugh when you build and drop till they need what you build to get out. Pressure don't warn you, it whispers. One tick, then the whole thing flips. Now I've been tucked in the calm too long. Can feel the wild stars singing songs.
See what outflows look like.
Don't see the flash till it's gone.
I like one.
Yeah, pressure point, we close.
CCH. CCH does not look bullish at all.
You can call it still, I call it low. Quiet, don't be froze. They scroll past.
We had actually one of the largest degrees of alphas last week. Is that right? Yeah.
Cool. Even the grade can hold breath before the shoulder twitch. Pressure point. And the twitch just hit.
More outflows from exchanges net last week than the week before. Which was the week of the dump.
Everyone's watching the wrong chart. They stare at the surface. Numbers dancing, candles flickering, thinking that's where truth lives. But the signal's not there. It never is. The movement they're chasing was written somewhere else first.
Funding rates is trying to reset.
An imbalance.
But open interest is still really low.
Everyone was trained to believe didn't matter. They mistake stillness for death. They mistake noise for proof. But the real chart, the one that matters, ain't the one they screenshot. It's the one underneath, the one no one tracks. The story's already been told, just not where
basically at levels all the way reset to
and when the break comes, they'll call it unpredictable.
November 24, before we rallied.
This shift, it isn't a pump. It's a permanent structural change that'll reverberate everywhere, all at once. A move too deep for traders beyond the house's
Hopefully
vision.
finally we get a breakout in volume.
Built between the lines.
This to me was a change when we finally broke out on the weekly time frame. That was our initial leg up.
They see it,
and now we recently just broke out of this downtrend.
It'll be law.
And then we should see volume explode higher to new all-time highs. Into no sellers.
It was never chance. It was cash. Time don't move, it loads. Built from pressure, that code don't show. 8 years deep, now the calm explode. Hand steady while the thesis grows. They call that a break.
I think we're gonna see all-time highs quickly.
I see their walls starting to shrink. Charts twitch first before the systems know. Now you're here.
If we can break out
it's
next
the show. Every pause was fuel in disguise. Every doubt was
end of this
proof I
month,
was
early
right.
next.
Now they watching
For the end of the year, in
realign.
2
I see
months,
his
we could be at
collapse in the
2K.
blink of an eye. It was never chance, it was cash. Pressure cooked in symmetry. Hold the line, compress time. Whole arc hit instantly. It was never chance, it was cash. Years stacked in vacancy. No countdown, no more than sign.
Ready for LTC84? Yeah, me too. I just have a couple more videos to make, like animate. I was working on them today. Because I need this 24/7 stream to not get old or boring. I need to finish these and then create like 3-4 hour playlists for a full 24 hours. I had a decent warm up. Tried it the first time.
Just boom, compressed time.
What's up, UV Star? How you doing?
The fuse is lit 8 years ago. Not tonight. Not last month. 8 years. You didn't see the spark because real ignition don't flash. It lights before the narratives exist. It burns how to breathe under pressure. They kept asking, when's it gonna happen? It ain't already in motion. Like every delay wasn't part of the burn.
I wonder
The longer the fuse,
what new people will be
the
saying.
bigger the detonation. And I needed
This
it
finally
long,
moves.
needed it long, needed it slow, needed every inch of silence to soak in disbelief. You call it failure, I call it architecture. Each year, another layer of smoke under the floor. Each doubt, another inch of powder line in the path. 8 years of burn, 8 years of maybe later. 8 years if you fell off. I didn't fall. I was following the fuse. Now,
Is Nick in here?
listen close.
If Nick's in here, it'd be cool if he could come on.
That sound you hear ain't time running out. It's truth catching up. The fuse is gone now. All that's left is what it was leading to.
I bet there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, oh, I had Litecoin a long time ago. I don't know what I did with it, or I lost it. I should have just kept it. Just like people with Bitcoin early on, but I feel like it'll be so much more extreme with Litecoin because the move should happen so much faster.
They keep talking like it's sudden. Like I ain't mapped the blast radius 5 winters back. Like I ain't write the code, bury it under their arrogance. You don't set detonation, you schedule it.
I need to schedule a bunch of people on here as well.
This ain't love, it's latency.
Don't really have opportunity to do that until we have a bigger viewership base, but once we do, then it'll be easy.
Perfect pitch, perfect timing.
I want to have someone on here every day, or maybe a group of people.
All these charts look random till you wide in the frame. All these kings look safe till you light up the chain. Pressure never broke me, baked me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, a pin in the map. Now the room glow white, detonate. Pressure never broke me, baked me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, a pin in the map. Now the room glow white, detonation. 8 years of still hands, one line of code.
85, then we're good to go, Vincent, you think? Yeah, I think it's possible we retest the lows here. This week, early this week. And run straight for the highs. This is what XRP did. It was like early in the week as well. And it broke out the following week.
Funny thing about time, it don't heal it home. You can't rush ignition, you just wait for the etiquette. They thought collapse, I call it long. This is what patience sounds
Never check
like
this.
when it finally talks.
You look ready to send everything. LTC against everything looks good.
Yeah. When the flash fades, you see what was always there. Yeah. Pressure made light, light made silence. Now I'm left with both a calm that came from violence. The walls still carved with what was said. Truth still talks to what's dead. They'll call it luck, I call it debt repaid. Cars clear, the final line connected. Now it's peace, it's the kind you earn, not the kind gifted. After losing what you came, the smoke still hangs, but it don't choke, it just reminds me everything real starts broke. What's left glows slow after the burn, that so still light in the low, still proof in the cold. Every scar lit this show, every inch just replays the cold. When it's gone, that's how I know I was never just watching, I was home. Yeah, still frames frozen in sound. I walk through them like holy ground. Every ghost a teacher now. Every fall rewrote the vow. The fire didn't end, it changed form. Heat became hot, pain became norm. They see ruin, I see reform. Still the same light, just reborn. And now I know why patience felt cruel. It wasn't waiting, it was
LTC gold looking good. Yeah, I think LTC against the world looks pretty good right now. If we're gonna see rotation out of metals into crypto or equities into crypto, and Litecoin looks bullish against every single cryptocurrency, should go vertical against everything. The Litecoin's purchasing power, relative wealth should be, you know, go from poor to really wealthy compared to everyone else in crypto. Yeah, Sol's doing nothing. I mean, it was already such a huge asset. I don't think the demographics are that great. Like for people who typically buy an ETF, this is like the most major bearish divergence ever. It depends on what time frame, but like all of this looks so bad. Look at this. Maybe I should look on Coinbase. Be more fair. I guess yeah, this paints a different picture.
Welcome, Miss Athena. File designation 74 Alpha. This interview is being recorded for O5 review. Amnestics will be administered pending outcome. Let's begin.
I don't know, I just don't like these types of chains that rely on meme coins.
Then they started to pray. The task at hand, preserve them but keep the threat at bay. Contain the contagion before the end of the day. Your primary
Yeah, the gold comparison is hard because gold to me was like in a consolidation period from 1980. I feel like on the higher time frames, it's the only way to look at it. I guess I add new all-time highs. I'm gonna play this real quick.
Where'd he go? Wasn't he?
But yeah.
It died, bro. It's over. Wait.
Gold looks like Bitcoin, like the 1980 run looks like the 2017 run for Bitcoin, and the bear market looks almost identical at this descending triangle breakdown, and this looks so similar to 2021. And even this type of struggle
mocked,
just above the all-time high looks a lot like Bitcoin.
Forgotten.
Just ran
Said
first.
I was too slow, too old, too cheap to chase. But time moves different when your blocks still breathe. You didn't see me, didn't need me,
So
but
this
you
looks
will.
so similar, right? Breakdown.
Oh, you will.
Descending triangle. Kind of a rounded top with almost a higher high here. Like Bitcoin had in a breakdown. Similar type of bottoming structure, similar type of
Ghost chain.
Price structure here, and then a breakup, consolidation. Gold just went straight up after this, but I guess it did kind of break up here like Bitcoin, and then just went parabolic. I do think actually this is what's most likely for Bitcoin at some point when it finishes up this consolidation, and then I'd be so surprised because the steepness of this rally, if it comes for Bitcoin, would be on par with end 2017 or 2021, and fee pressure would be really high. I think we would be putting in the 15-year top for Bitcoin. Should have a lot of speculative on-chain congestion. I like when should rip like crazy if that happens.
They said I was a clone, a copy without a crown, but I got the same bones, just no one wrote me down. Still here, frightening. The ghost they left is lightning. While they dance with smoke and hype, I kept my rhythm tight. Now they're whispering my name, but I already changed the game.
Is this too loud?
You praise the chain with fees.
Turn it down a bit.
The one that frees. We move the same blocks, but I don't sell dreams. Same code, no cloud. Same weight, less shout. You bow to the brand I built with that.
I see. You have a Litecoin watch, but you won't wear it until 4 digits.
Dead chain, huh?
What song was that? The first one's called Woke the Ghost, and the second one's called Still Here.
I'm still dancing.
And then this is Dead Chain Disco. Hope these songs aren't old by now. And hope they won't sound like old news when we're rallying.
Dead chain. Dead chain.
Still Here, yeah.
Still swinging, still swinging.
I think a lot of people like that. Master likes that one. I just know new people are not going to get the fundamental story. I'll explain it when we break out and do my best to explain why it's the second Bitcoin chain, why you would even need a second one. Try to do my best to deliver that fundamental thesis, but I feel like a lot of people don't even care, and a price rise will just bring them in. So I put a lot of the fundamental themes in the music.
Left for dead, but I got rhythm. No
I think the TikTok crowd,
nah, no drama.
mainstream people would prefer that.
You chase trends, I make time.
Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a
How do
ghost,
these other
but I
coins
still
look?
move. Call me
They're all these all look about the same.
You never understood the beat, block by block,
Huh?
tick by tick. I haunt this chain.
I didn't use them. I couldn't find them last time I was looking for them too.
You're late.
Yeah, I know.
That chain just go.
I couldn't use that one either.
Chain just go. That chain just that.
I've lost so many pairs of those. It's confusing to me because I feel like LTC against all these coins wants to go vertical. So maybe we don't come back down below. And it seems like it's gonna happen like in the next few days. Like if it's going to happen, it seems like it should be after this low. You know, after the weekend, we open markets for real tomorrow. This just full sends. And I've long thought we're gonna have another financial crisis. It's been interesting how similar setup in the bond market is to 2007. Really, the crisis happened.
They called it ghost, said it was toast, called it slow, a boomer's post, now it's running, now it's
the very beginning of 08.
They said no devs, they said it's dead, but now they tweeting what we said, screenshots
or started, like, market started dumping here. It was September of 08.
You can fake roots, but they still show. Flip flop fast when the prices go, but we been here, thought you should know. Gaslight, gatekeep, ghost chain burn. First they laugh, now they learn. Ghost chain still alive.
And we have the same type of really bullish chart setup that we've identified before. Kind of a bottoming structure for long-term treasuries. I don't know. I think we've got a max of like till springtime before equities stop. Like Q2 of next year. It's interesting on these, this monthly TD9, we'll have another one February, if it continues up here. And Litecoins will come in March. And then I'd expect you'd see a rotation into US Treasuries and like TLT, SHY, short-term and long-term, temporarily at least.
I always said Litecoin was underrated. It was obvious.
That's my plan, is to rotate out of crypto for a short-term time frame, for like a year, and buy nothing, and just hold cash. And the best way to do that with no risk is hold treasuries directly. And then just do nothing for 2 years, or at least a year, year and a half.
Not hopium, just deeper roots. While they they chased the trending lies. I held the chain they never tried. Now the shift begins to show, and they all ask, how could this grow? They missed the math, ignored the spine. Now they're shocked it's flipping time.
Might be pretty boring. I just wanted to get on here quickly because it's a daily habit now. But I have some stuff to work on and finish before tomorrow. So at some point I'll just go do that. I'll probably get rid of most of it because I know this market's still a casino. It really depends like how this rally actually transpires. I have confidence in it long term, but I know how leveraged this whole system is. I know how little monetary network effects all cryptocurrencies have. So really this is a speculative idea, even though fundamentally over the long term I do think the chances of Bitcoin chain succeeding is really high and representing like a huge transfer of wealth and share of the overall monetary market. And I think this is the final innings of the casino. So my plan is to reposition, probably keep like 10% forever. But I've gotten decent, like through these cycles, time the top pretty well, and I never, it's always changing. But I got out of the top here this cycle. It's the only thing I did well. Not really the exact top, but within a week. And I think we have so much higher to go, just not that much time. And I could be wrong, but I have a larger macro thesis. And I think crypto's gonna have its worst bear market in history. Litecoin might be an anomaly in that it holds up, it should hold up relatively better, but I think a lot of chains will go to zero in a 5-year bear market. And I think monetization is the only path to growth after the casino dies. And generally fundamentals improve, like we've noticed with Litecoin, long before price rallies. I think we'll have plenty of time over the next 5 years to see what is like emerging as dominant on the monetary side. And it should grow organically and naturally over time, and price should follow it like that. When I'd imagine like most exchanges today won't be able to list the most dominant coins on the monetary side. There will be like this war over money. Hard to imagine now, but that's what I expect to happen if it's successful. And so you just see price growth as monetary adoption increases. Probably look more like tech companies that did really well after the dot-com bubble, with just this long period of rising relative prices. For the decades after that. So yeah, my plan is to try to exit nearest the top. But it depends on what exactly happens after we see this initial breakout. My expectation before it happens is that this is going to be a really extreme move. And I think we get to 2 to 4K on the initial leg within like 60 to 90 days. And then potentially one blow off later after some consolidation. But I'll be definitely taking profits, assuming we get that breakout, probably within 3 months. And I wouldn't personally want to own anything except cash, given how crazy these rallies have been. The price has to come down a lot for me to take the risk.
You feel that? That's it. The one we've been riding for years.
If you knew that Litecoin would hold its value, well, I think over time, like, if this gets hyped and there's a massive move, it's going to crash eventually. The only sustainable source of demand is monetary adoption. And if the hype comes and everyone's buying it, you gotta take profit. No, I don't. If we get extremely overvalued, it's not. There's been no. I think in order for that to happen, like, you have to have a crazy change in what's driving the prices. I think Bitcoin has its worst correction coming, like worst bear market ever. Because you've rewarded people who just bought the dips every mini bear market, but they don't understand what Bitcoin's for and they don't have any use for it. There's so much leverage with all the treasury companies. They have to get liquidated or forced out of the market. And then the buyers that step in should be monetary users. And I just don't see how people are going to suddenly demand crypto and are going to be willing to take on their own governments if it's not allowed. I think economic conditions have to deteriorate. It has to be like a significant change in psychology. And then these decentralized exchanges have to proliferate and start to outcompete centralized ones. The mining infrastructure needs to decentralize, and that whole process will take a long time. Litecoin's gonna rally just like everything else on speculative momentum and hype, with on top of fundamental migration from Bitcoin. So like, it won't be just hype, but I don't know. That's what I think. But they're not gonna find out it's better. Most people don't need Bitcoin right now, and so they don't need Litecoin either. They might vote with their money and bet on it. But yeah, I still agree with some of Master's price targets. I think they're likely, if the assumptions I made came true. You want to go to your local shopping plaza and use LTC to buy your shopping plaza? That'd be nice. I imagine crypto the people demanding crypto are gonna be not the Cup Kun Cup. Yeah, that I got distracted for a second. Oh, nice. She's gonna sell it now? Nice. I got distracted for a second by my cat and my girlfriend, but I think people, what I was saying before is I think the monetary adoption is not going to look like local merchants at brick and mortar type locations adopting it. I think it's going to be like high value information based contributors to the economy. So people that do like contract work for, who knows, private individuals, intellectual work, creative type endeavors. I think it'll be the highest value information based workers that kind of operate solo.
Not sorry.
And then like kind of traditional black market exchanges or peer-to-peer in person type economic activity. Using digital dollars. I mean, most people are already using digital credit receipts for dollars, and that's the same thing as what stablecoins are. Not really digital dollars. It's just another credit layer on top of the dollar system we have right now. We need a like macro catalyst, right? Massive. I think in the next round of QE, if it's as massive as I think it'll be, upon a potential financial crisis, because I think these banks haven't gotten any healthier. They're still insolvent. A lot of them, most of these banks have like super long-term, 30-year mortgages and long-dated U.S. Treasuries at low interest rates. And if the value of those assets go down a ton over time, which I think they will, there's going to be a lot of money printing, that way more than ever before, that has to take place to bail these guys out. Insurance companies are kind of the same way. And that type of catalyst will change psychology. And once people see prices going up a lot more than before, it'll incentivize some to try to exit. I also think just if once financial markets peak and we have a down, like a real bear market, which I always thought would be similar to 2009 in magnitude. I think that alone, just because of how dependent our economy is on leveraging financial assets, that unemployment will spike. The economy can deteriorate just because financial assets decline. Just think about your own position, right? If you're heavily in crypto and the market experienced a 90% drawdown, think about the crypto companies that would go out of business that are currently employing a lot of people. There's just been such a massive misallocation of capital. That has gone on for so long.
You just couldn't stand alone. Didn't trend, I must be dead. Didn't moon, I lost the thread. Y'all follow charts like prophets.
But it's gonna suck, right? Imagine losing your job and your portfolio goes down 80%. And there's like no jobs to go to. That's what I imagine happening. And it's gonna be really tough for a casino to survive. Like the crypto casino to survive during that time. And that's why we'll get rotation to the proof of work and privacy chains. Yeah, better grow your own food. I do think might be fun. There probably will be like after massive QE some type of recovery, but I don't know if things make it back to their all-time highs. I think most altcoins go to zero. But yeah, assuming we get this breakout with Litecoin, and I still think it'll be historic. It'll make sense to, like, I would pay off all your debt, own your house outright, and I just want to hold cash and nothing else. Just wait it out. And I wouldn't feel FOMO even if markets continued to rip afterwards.
I was buried, mocked.
That's your goal?
Memed, forgotten. It said I was too slow, too old, too cheap to chase.
Yeah, it's just like REITs, but can trade global 24/7. I don't even know how much demand there is to trade. Like, a lot of people don't even work on the weekends. It's like the only thing people... I don't know. There's some people that do, but look at crypto weekends, like compared to before. It's like nothing ever happens. And you introduce so much more complexity for like something I don't even think there's that much demand for. The only thing people want to do on the weekends is play sports, go shopping, go to restaurants, coffee shops, have fun with their families, like entertainment. And the current system works fine for transacting on the weekends. I don't think there's a huge pool of people that are like, I want to sit in my house on the weekend and trade stocks. Especially if there's low volume, it's like nothing really is going to happen if the companies aren't really working on the weekend and they don't change, you know, like the corporate structure of everything happens during the week. What, you know, low volume can be like a reflexive feedback loop of low volume. Is nobody takes advantage of it.
But I got the same bones.
I don't know though. Seems like hype to me.
Still here, frightening.
I think the problem with the financial system is that it's monopoly controlled, like the monetary system is. And what'll end it, changes severely, is the tax and censorship. It's just too extreme. Yeah, nice big land with water, invest in commercial real estate. Enjoy working the land. Yeah, it would be cool to have like some land with robots that can be programmed to water your plants, feed your whatever animals you have there, your chickens. Harvest crops and eggs. That would be cool. And then you just need like local energy production, but maybe you have solar and batteries. And you live basically at no cost. What's up, not so fast? Are you done?
Don't need hype when you got up time. That changed. That changed. 12 years, no sleep. That changed. That changed. You just tweet. Left for dead. But I got rhythm. No devs. Nah, no drama. You chase trends. I make time.
Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove.
You never understood the beat, block by block, tick by tick. I haunt this chain. You made me sick, but now I'm live, and you're late. Block.
All you do is always hand send.
That changes go. That changes.
Why is everyone like jumping on the Zcash train? Do you think they're paid? Or it seems like they're just trading memes. I get the privacy narrative, but why would you talk about it after it's up 800% or whatever it is, and it's just 4,000 transactions a day? It's like, people in crypto have been trained to do the opposite of what makes money in markets typically. It's like, join hype trends that have already started because the market's so incompetent with understanding money that it can go from overvalued to like extreme. Which is weird. Nobody looks at transaction stats or like tries to understand what's like if the transactions are speculative or real. And I'll just trade narratives. And these are people that are like supposed to be smart and they're respected in the community. Bitcoin Cash looks dead. 24,000 transactions with a $2 median transaction value.
I've always liked Litecoin.
Yeah, I
That's
tweeted
crazy.
about it in 2017. It's basically Bitcoin, right?
This is the craziest comeback in NFL history. I used
From
to
their
watch
23.
Broncos games as a kid because they were the closest team to where I lived. They were down like 19-0 in the fourth quarter. They scored 33 points. I think it's the first time in NFL history. I think the odds too for like sports betting in the start of the fourth quarter were like, it was like 99.7% favored for the other team to win. So it was the 300x for whoever bet on the Broncos like starting the fourth quarter. I see the Dodger game highlights. No, I can watch it. I never watched baseball too much. Sometimes I did, but never followed it. I was there in Los Angeles when they were in the World Series.
Been roaring through this
2 years ago or
postseason. They are
something.
8-1 now, and they're going with Shohei Ohtani tonight. Ronnie, the blue wave continues. It is
And
a
that's
first,
where I
though.
almost got
Shohei Ohtani making his first ever postseason start
murdered
at
out
Dodger
by my
Stadium. As
car.
for the Brewers, this is
I
a
had to
team
park like 8 blocks
made up
away
of a
from my
bunch of
hotel.
second chancers and overachievers, self-titled, but this is a team. Terang is aboard.
Good
What
start for the
happened in
offense. Good to see Jackson Trey.
In the top of the first.
Well, because it's shouting gloves, the elbow guard.
Those are weird
There's a lot going on.
camera
When Ohtani
angles.
pitches
Highlights.
and hits. This is the other end of the spectrum, the pitching spectrum from Shohei Ohtani.
10-year, $700 million contract.
Now Will Smith.
Here's Will Smith on the first pitch. Perkins coming in, can't get it. Knocks it down. Betts on his way to third. Edmonds got 6 RBIs in 10 games of this postseason.
Well, this bottom of the first.
An RBI for her. Picks up his 4th strikeout. He goes upstairs. Ortiz chases the ball, and it's out number 1.
Top of the order now. Bryce Terang.
Murphy, the manager, to the
Strikes him out on
Lead off the top.
He missed.
Strikeout number 5 for Shohei Ohtani. And Churio remains at third.
And now it's
The bat flip, the one you could enjoy all the way around.
Damn.
What a majestic home run that was. My goodness.
469 feet. The longest home run at Dodger Stadium this year. 4-0 Dodgers in game 4. 1 gone in the 5th.
How big is
1-2
this
coming.
guy?
And a check swing. He went around. Strike 3. 7th
6'3",
strikeout for
210.
Shohei Ohtani. Struck out 9 Phillies in his last appearance.
1-2. Strike 3. Shohei Ohtani. With
You
8
just like
Ks
single-handedly
in
won the
5
game.
scoreless innings. We're halfway home in game 4.
Brewers.
Leads to a standing ovation.
And that's ball 4. There's a base approach, Frenchie. Good call. And it's a single. And Vaughn gets under one. Popped him up. Infield fly roll is the call. Mookie Betts will catch it. And there is out number 1.
So here's Freeling. So lefty-lefty matchup here.
Freeling hit lefty.
Inherits two. Have been off the heat up.
He is there. He's got it. And the ball game is over. And the loss.
Dang. Yeah, when I was there, when they were like playing the World Series last time, everyone was going crazy in the streets. Downtown LA is scary. Yeah, I was thinking about Yao Ming. Oh, he's Chinese? Okay. My bad. He hit a third home run in the same game? Oh, I skipped that part. Three home runs in one game as a pitcher. I remember pitchers used, like, historically sucked at batting, and they'd bat 9th. Is he the best player of all time? Dude, the Babe Ruth, but better than Babe Ruth probably ever was.
Feel that? That's it. The one we've been riding for years. It's moving.
Yeah, that's crazy. He strikes everyone out of the first inning and then it's home run. Yeah, you just have that guy on your team only. You didn't need the other players. Like him by himself. Could have had me playing at every other position and would have won. Doing you Jeff's proud. Does your wife like baseball? Nick, what do you think on here? I feel like Litecoin's going to try to, we're going to try again to break out against alts. I don't know what that means for the dollar pair, but I have a feeling this looks super bullish to me, this consolidation here. Like this week and next week. This is such a long sideways with max compression. But I don't know if alts are going to retest the lows here or not. I just think over the next 2 weeks we're going to be back at highs and then break out. And I don't even care what Bitcoin does. I don't think it even matters. I mean, I think the odds look really good. Like all this looks good. That's the only two things I've paid attention to with Ichimoku are there's a lot to it and it takes a long time to understand, but there are simple things you can take, like this CS line, this green line on the 3-day time frame this is usually the easiest part for price to break through. I've noticed it's most common. That we can break through here, as well as the thin cloud. And it's the same on the weekly time frame. Looks like that against all the others index and aggregate. Like we have a potential to break through at the most narrow point here. This and next week. And the 3-day time frame looks the same. And we're kind of having like this CS tracing, we're tracing the candle. And again, on the monthly time frame, looks like we're gonna break through here, break through these candles. Seems like alts are holding Bitcoin up since the dump. Yeah, it does seem like that. I think Bitcoin could literally just go sideways or chop around while Litecoin breaks out. I don't... To me, this looks like a long-term 5-way move up. Inside this consolidation is about to start. Moving higher. I think Litecoin's gonna full send against everything else over the next couple months, and maybe others rallies pretty hard too, but Litecoin still massively outperforms. LTC BTC just looks so similar to XRP BTC before the move. CMF is like had been forming bullish divergence here. It looks incredibly bullish on the weekly and monthly time frames.
Now you're back, like nothing's gone. You had your chance. You had your shot. You changed your mind. I did not.
Seems like it all aligns to me. For us to see a major move. Hopefully it doesn't mean all's just down. And you can notice it in volume too. Like when we had originally broke this downtrend, we had our initial move up, and then we've just been correcting. I'm thinking we're gonna get high volume continuation this week. We're going in the opposite direction. The last touch of this bottom.
It's just you didn't believe till it looked right. You had your chance. You saw the signs, now you want it. After the climb, you had your chance. It's plain to see.
Shouldn't be that long. With Zcash, might be even faster. Second bottom was August 11th, and by 5-6 weeks it was at all time or 2021 levels.
We don't forget. We just move forward.
Do this.
You had your chance.
Sorry, not sorry.
I think Bitcoin's gonna go to 113, 114. That would be ideal.
They said, go Shane, mid.
Wave Basis counts this as
Nah, you just couldn't stand alone. Didn't trend on
triple
us, we
nested
dead,
one
didn't
too.
move, I lost the thread, y'all follow charts like prophets. I watched the prophet leave instead, let the
It makes sense to me. And all these wave 4 corrections should be shallow. So you have like 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4.
just waited till the noise got loud, then pulled the power when the lights went out. I let them cook, then I cooked them. I let them cook, then I cooked them.
What up, Bitcoin Trasher? Yeah, with the info, inside info on the dump, just open shorts. I saw that happen. Like somebody's talking about that, like last week, early last week. I feel like there's so many mind games that are played. You know, once someone knows they're being watched, they can just scare the market, or they just got lucky and
Now they call it conviction. Now they quote old tweets, but back when I whispered truth,
like that James Wynn guy, everyone started following him because he made some money on a meme coin. I don't really have a strong opinion on Bitcoin. It does look like it was tracking like the whole Bitcoin move since Bitcoin and gold look the same to me. I already showed this before on the higher time frames. But it's like gold, Bitcoin's just happening so much faster.
I was buried, mocked, memed, forgotten.
Like this looks similar to gold's 1980 move.
Too old, too cheap
And
to
the
chase.
descending triangle breakdown.
But time moves different when your
Up and run
blocks
up
still
to the
breathe. You didn't see me,
high here, where like
didn't
grinded
need me,
higher, same as
but you
Bitcoin,
will.
and broke down.
Oh, you will.
And the same kind of structure happened here as well as here, right? Like, it's weird because just like Bitcoin had these long periods of consolidation in between each rally where previously it never did, right? It just went straight up in 1980, straight up in from like 04 to 2012. It's been a long drawn out. It was 3 years here of consolidation before this move up in 2020, and then it was another 3-4 years of sideways before it went vertical. It's kind of what Bitcoin's doing. Initial move up, sideways, initial move up, sideways. And we had one more where gold's kind of taking attention. But like what this chart looks like can look like what happens to Bitcoin. It's all kind of match exactly. This correction was way longer, but the price structure is pretty similar.
A copy without a crown, but I got the same bones.
And this was the most aggressive move.
Still here.
It would be absolute mania if this happened for Bitcoin.
I kept my rhythm tight. Now they're whispering my name. But I already changed the game. You praise the chain with fees, but not the one that frees.
No, it's not going to move the same on the percentage term.
Same code, no cloud, same weight, less shout. You bow to the brand I built without.
I don't know. What do you guys think? It looks hard to ignore. That's how Litecoin
I'm still dancing.
goes to 100K. Bitcoin does that. If all the ETFs got approved at once, I don't know. I think at first the market is not even gonna really want all these altcoins. Like, it didn't do anything for Solana. I think people are gonna wait and see. Again, I think Litecoin's uniquely a little bit more appealing, I think, to the demographic that buys ETFs. Could be wrong, but I think whatever altcoin ETF gets the most, or whatever altcoin does the best during in price performance, in percentage terms, after they're live, will be the one that gets the most inflows. This capital tends to concentrate around a few altcoins every cycle. I think it's gonna be absolutely crazy.
No devs. Nah, no drama. You chase trends. I make time.
Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove. Call me a ghost, but I still move. Call me dead, but you just prove.
You never understood the beat, block by block, tick by tick. I haunt this chain. You made me sick, but now I'm live, and you're late.
It's so compressed.
Block. That chain just go.
Coiled spring, friends. Hardly Lee, what's up? We can look at the market in terms of time and cycles.
No flash in the pan. We burn slow. No chart can tell you what we know. Every block, every beat.
I think we should define the cycles first, though. I don't think I wouldn't consider this is I drew in 2019, and I'm not an Elliott wave expert, but I think we've only had 2 cycles. Like this original rally in the 2013 high. Or maybe potentially, sorry, from inception to 2017 high, and then a new one started in 2018 with this kind of intermediate top. So to me, this is still like the second Bitcoin cycle. This was like 2,700 days. This has been about 2,800. I guess it depends on where you start from, because technically Bitcoin started before this. It was in 2009. So far it's about equal in time. And by far, like, the 5th wave here of this original cycle, if you're calling it this, was the longest in time. Just like, kind of like it's happening right now. Right, this was pretty quick. The second move in 2021 was pretty quick. And the longest one so far is off the 2022 low. 1,065 days. Should be about the same in time so far. Why does it say? Maybe this chart isn't updated. Why does it say the wrong date? But yeah, I would define the I would say there's been 2 Bitcoin cycles. One that ended up blow off in 2017, and then another that's underway still. And the mainstream hype always came in 2017, like at the very end. We're kind of seeing similar here. I mean, yeah, there was quite a bit of attention on crypto, but nowhere near 2017, like last half. Sorry, what do you want to look at specifically with these cycles? I just don't think this is a cycle from 2018 here. And I'd argue with Litecoin the impulsive move started here, and this has just been a long drawn out wave too, with multiple nested 1-2s inside of it. This is where the bull market transaction activity started as well, off this low. Yeah, I think there is going to be capital rotation. And what's unique too, like, and it could play out the same way. I don't know why my computer keeps doing that. But it was really at the lows that altcoins started ripping in March of 2017. Like, Bitcoin was gradually rallying out of here when altcoins absolutely mooned. Like the top performer XRP absolutely ripped, and it started rallying even as Bitcoin was continuing down, and then it really took off above that range high as soon as Bitcoin started coming out of that correction. So it actually led really hard. And that's potentially what Litecoin can do. So we're in a similar like price structure to XRP was in 2017. It was at like some horizontal high that capped price for multiple years. So I don't think it has to be Bitcoin rallying out of here first. The biggest alt season ever in crypto was March of 2017. And most alts started rallying as soon as Bitcoin bottomed or slightly before. And this aligns with the ETF approvals of a lot of these alts. They never saw it, but it was always here. And if we get some vertical move like that in Bitcoin that we saw with the gold chart, it's kind of mirroring each other. Fee levels are going to go to what I thought they would a long time ago. If Bitcoin does retest 98K, I don't really know. It's so hard with short-term things. Like I know the correlation that everyone's prepared for is altcoins just sell off harder. But at the same time, I know that can break at any moment. And when it does, the market will notice that, and it can be super strong. I mean, we saw it happen with Zcash. Nobody thought that was possible, but it happened. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter if you're just holding your position. You're bullish like I am. I don't think it matters too much. I don't think we go lower than that, and I think worst case this just retests the lows around 85. But I'm leaning towards the idea that that doesn't happen just because of how bullish to me Litecoin looks against the whole altcoin market.
They didn't. You had doubt. They had rhythm. You chase now. They waited. Who looks foolish now? Ghost wallets. Still alive. Holding tight while you survive. You let go. They stay calm. Now they're sipping ghost on Perignon. Should've kept the keys. Let it ride. Now you hear that haunting pride. They never sold.
So I think we're in a good spot. Opening everything. Oh. Yeah, like top to top, I would compare it with the longest term cycles that I think we've had in Bitcoin, which let's just hide this stuff. I don't know when, this is when the ELX started reporting the price, but I know Bitcoin existed in 2009. It's hard to know when exactly this started. But this is 2650 from days from the bottom. And so it would be April of 26. Would be the same length. That's how I think of these cycles. I don't think 4-year cycles. I think this was one cycle, and then this is the second one.
It's moving.
Structurally, it's even super similar. And this does align really well with, you know, if you just take it one-to-one in day count, 2650 and 2650. Oops. April 26 aligns perfectly with this TD9 that's called tops for Litecoin. Here, it's always been the 10th candle, so the candle after the 9, the last 2 times. And that would also be April 26. And it kind of makes sense given where we're starting, like this altcoin rally from, if we're going to start it like the end of this month into next. Typically the first move out of here for the highest performing, top performing altcoins is like 60 to 90 days. This was 84 days, and then some consolidation, and then like 1 month. Same with Doge, the last cycle. This happened in 84 days, and some sideways, and then about a month, 35. It just depends on how long this middle consolidation period is, assuming Litecoin's going to play out similarly. Like if we bottom this week, 84 days, and then chop around sideways for 30 to 60 days and have a blow off 30 days, it'd be around April. And historically, Litecoin topped with Bitcoin. In 2017 and in 2021, they both kind of topped at the same time. And I would think, if we're going to see that, like hypothetically, finally see a parabolic move in Bitcoin into next March, April, steadily, like the longest vertical type rally we've had at such a high price. The fee level and migration catalyst of driving Litecoin demand would make me think they top around the same time. Like, notice how fees, like, to me, yeah, this, we've had this initial cycle in fees and we've just gone sideways and consolidated. But they really started going up in March of 2016. Not significantly. But they went vertical towards the end of 2017. Really starting like February. And a 10,000% rally in fee levels. If we get the Bitcoin price rally, I think this just goes vertical. It's hard to predict what the cost of block space would be, because it should just turn into a bidding war. But I know in a parabolic rally like that, if you have millions of dollars in Bitcoin, you panicking wanting to sell, you're not going to want to wait 10 days. You'll pay whatever the cost. You'll just keep re-upping your fee level. You'd pay $1,000, $2,000. Your guests start a new uptrend midweek. I think that sounds about right.
Sorry, not sorry.
I guess we closed the month pretty strong. Hopefully we can close this green. It'll change the entire outlook. But I'm gonna go work on some of my other stuff. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, Jack, I wouldn't pay attention to the weekend volume because it's generally like nothing happens. Let's see what happens this week. Most interested in the Litecoin track charts. Alright, have a good night, friends. I'll see you all later. I'll have Charlie Leon. I think he said he'd come back at all-time highs, so we'll see. See you later.